Alright, what's going on, guys? Video number 4, at least that's if everything goes according to plan. I fished several times now here in Panama where I got no video out of it just because there's not enough content there. But we're going to try something different. This is either a brackish or a freshwater creek because we are pretty close to the ocean, but we are a little bit inland. Now the big problem is it's rained a lot here the last several days that I've been here, and this is straight up chocolate milk right now. So I know there's some fish in there because I haven't seen them, but I've seen them kind of, well, I haven't seen them, I've heard them kind of surface up, come to the surface and kind of get something on the surface to get some air or something. So there's stuff in there for sure. I just don't know what it is, and there are a lot of bugs out here. But yeah, let's start fishing here, and let's see if there's anything that we can catch out of this little creek here. Alright, so here's what we got going on. It's a size 20 hook with a little bit of shrimp. I really don't have anything else I could use for bait. And since I think this might be brackish, it should still probably be good enough, and then a little split shot above it. But yeah, if you look at the water, it's just straight up brown. You can't see anything. What's the visibility like? Maybe like an inch. But yeah, let's just drop this down. Let's see if there's something that we can pull out of here. Got him. What do we got here? All right, so first fish is not going to be a freshwater species. I thought this was a tilapia at first, but this is going to be some sort of a snapper. I don't know a whole lot about the snappers here on the Pacific. I know the bars are found on Pacific dog snappers, but I really don't know if this is it or not. Yeah, really have no idea. Definitely a snapper. But let's go ahead, let's get this guy back. And now that we caught one fish, let's see what else is in here. Got him. Oh, what is this? This is something different. Let's go, let's go. All right, so this guy's got a really fat head, but it's our second species. This looks a lot like the fat sleepers we have in Florida. So this might be like the Pacific version of the fat sleeper. I don't know if it's called the Pacific fat sleeper or what, but really cool fish. I thought it was a catfish for a second just because it's kind of shaped like a catfish with that monster head. But this is certainly going to be a sleeper goby of some sort. So let's get some nice pictures of this guy. Let's get him back. Let's hope we can ID him at some point in the future. He's a little bit too big for the photo tank. But yeah, let's go ahead, let's get this guy back. There's not a lot of fish down there, but we've got a little bit of action. Okay, it's been picked up. Got him. What is this? All right, I think this one looks a little bit better. Appears to be another fat sleeper. I guess it's going to be the Pacific fat sleeper. I'm going to still have to double check that. I'm getting a pretty good amount of bites. Not a lot, but the action's pretty consistent. But I'm just not getting a lot of hookups. I think a lot of these fish are just a little bit smaller. And I could barely feel the hits. But yeah, let's get the sleeper back. Let's keep going. See if we can get something else out of this little creek. Got him. This is a bigger one. What is it? Oh, this is a giant fat sleeper. I didn't even know they get this big. Look at this guy. Now I'm stuck in the tree over here. Come on. All right, so this thing is an absolute beast. Look at the size of this head. I had no idea fat sleepers got this big, assuming that's what this is. At first, when I saw the coloration, I thought it was a long-ear sunfish. Just that's kind of what it looks like with the pattern and the colors and whatnot, and then like, no, there's no way there's long-eared sunfish down in Panama, so I thought it was going to be some sort of a cichlid, but it ended up being just a absolute monster of a fat sleeper. Again, assuming that these are fat sleepers. So the action's okay. I'm not getting a ton of bites, but when I do, it's definitely worth it. So anyway, let's get this guy back here. And I guess I didn't need a smaller hook for this guy. Got him. Is this something different? No, I think this is just like an appropriately sized fat sleeper. Alright, so I wonder if there's like a couple different species of fat sleepers, because this one looks completely different than all the other ones. I mean, its head is nowhere near as big. Its pattern is a little bit different. So I'm really curious if there's two different species here, or if they're just the same species and this guy looks different because he's tiny like this. So I'm not sure, but let's get the hook out of him. Let's get him back and we'll probably figure that out later, hopefully. Got him. What is this thing? Alright, so this guy we could look at in the photo tank. So it's another sleeper. Now the last two I caught, I don't know if it's just because they're smaller, but they do look different than the first several that I caught. These look like literally identical to the fat sleepers we have in Florida. Those other ones look really, really similar, but they do look different. I don't think they're going to be different species, but I guess one could hope, right? So let's get this guy back. I still have that size 20 hook on. I didn't tie on the smaller one like I said I would, just because I started finally catching some fish and not just getting picked clean all the time. But yeah, let's get this guy back. Let's keep fishing. Got him. What is this? Another sleeper. Alright, so I'm starting to lose track of how many sleepers we caught here today. We caught that first little snapper in the beginning, and then ever since then it's been nothing but sleepers. So this guy, I don't even know. I think they're all the same species. He looks similar to the last three we caught. I mean, his head isn't that huge compared to like the first several that I caught. I have no idea, but yeah, this creek obviously has a lot of these guys. So what's also interesting is it's really tough to see because there's almost no flow here, but for the first hour and a half that I've been here or so, the current was flowing from left to right. Now I believe the tide changed and now it's flowing from right to left. So this is a creek, but it's definitely influenced by the tide here. Obviously, if we got the snapper, that's going to be a saltwater fish, so he kind of got pushed in here at some point and stayed. But yeah, it looks like the tide is now coming in because now the flow switched. Now we're flowing right to left. So I'm going to fish for a little bit longer, and I'll see if maybe the current change here brings some other species in with it. Got him. Is this another fatty? Alright, so this guy fell in the sand. It's definitely a sleeper, but like some of these, like the head is just extremely disproportional to the body. The last couple that I caught, the head was a lot smaller. I don't know anything about the sleepers over here, so it might very well be two different species because they look really different. But with my luck, it's probably going to be the same species. But yep, let's keep fishing for a little bit longer, see if we can maybe pick up one more here. Got him. Got a fatty. Got all these bugs around. Alright, so I definitely lost track of how many of these guys I caught now. This is, again, a really fat one with a really, really fat head. But we got one snapper to start, and then after that it's just been fat sleeper after fat sleeper. So let's get this guy back here, and I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it on up. Alright guys, so that is going to do it, and wasn't sure what to expect over on this little Brackish creek. When I got here I had really low expectations just because of the condition of the water, but it ended up being okay. We got one snapper of some sort and then a whole bunch. I've seen some weird animals here, so I just got to double check every time I hear a noise. A lot of snakes and lizards and birds and whatnot. But yeah, we caught one snapper and then a whole bunch of these sleepers. I think they're all the same species, got to double check, but they did look different, and some of them were really, really big. I had no idea that fat sleepers of any species get to be that big. I guess maybe big mouth sleepers do get to be that big. But anyway, I didn't think like these that I was catching got to be that big, but that one that we caught was an absolute tank. But yeah, pretty good session here. That's a lizard. That's a big lizard. All right, pretty good session here. I think this might do it for the entire Panama series. I might fish tonight, I'm not sure yet, but probably won't. So hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys like this little Panama series, and I will see you guys next time.